Welcome everybody to a World of Tanks replay. My name is Maxwell and today's replay is from the user Dino95. That is Dino95 and he's driving the KV-220 on an encounter battle on Erlenberg. KV-220 being a premium tier 5 heavy tank for the Russians. It is a little bit of a beast. It has the same hull as the KV-3. Though with it only being tier 5, it is pretty damn difficult to damage. Downside to its armor is its turret. If you're ever facing this thing, shoot it right in the face in the turret. Try and avoid that gun mantlet though. If you can hit the turret from the sides, then you are laughing, as the turret is really its weak spot. Downside of this tank's obviously the gun. Has a variant of a KV's gun. Doesn't do fantastic damage, doesn't have great penetration. In fact, if we just take a look at the stats there, average damage 110 is okay for its tier. But the penetration is only 99. Still better than a Churchill Mark III. Off the top of my head. Probably not, to be honest. Most of these facts that I spout like this, I often get wrong. But still, KV-220 is pretty much just used as a blunt force instrument. Like a hammer or a crowbar used to force your way through the enemy lines and make your presence felt. So, Dino going to be heading all the way up the left-hand flank here. He's got some support in the back and he's got a couple of tanks heading up just to the left of him. He's going to flank around the side now and try and make an impression. He does have to watch out for that M8A1, but to be honest, even with his rear armor point of the M8A1, I would be surprised if he could damage him. And I think Dino95 is thinking exactly the same thing, just paying him absolutely no attention whatsoever and heading up this hill. He's got a Matilda and an M5 Stuart in front of him. Misses the M5, going to come up against the Matilda here. As you see, takes a shot in the rear from the M8A1, but that just doesn't do any damage whatsoever. Takes out the M5 Stuart. Now he's got to square off against the Matilda. Matilda does have very thick armor, so this one could be difficult. But it looks like the Matilda is also having trouble penetrating him. For some reason, the Matilda's gone completely side on to the KV-220, and he's now just going to get pummeled. He gets taken out from the rear by an AMX, well, by the artillery actually, and with the two tanks in the front taken care of, Dino's going to spin himself around and try and find this M8A1. Did lose his track. He's now firing high explosive ammunition, but that's not going to do any damage either because of the small caliber of that light tank's gun. Going to charge forward and try and take him out. Lands one good shot. Just needs a couple more. The M8A1 knows that his goose is cooked, so he tries to make a run for it, but Dino manages to catch the side of him and takes him out with the ram for his second kill now of the match. Enemy team moving in on the cap circle. This one is swinging slightly in the favour of the enemy team, winning as there are 7 kills to 5. Artillery shells landing around Dino95 here, but he is unperturbed. Carries on across the open field. He's got a chance now to try and hunt down their artillery, but to be honest, he's probably going to be best served crossing the river and then just charging directly into the centre of the enemy line there. Spots the grill on his right hand side. He's down in the riverbed, making a run for it. Lands one good shot. He's up on the other side of the hill. I don't think he's going to be able to get away. Second one scores a fantastic 0 damage critical, which is usually just my luck. Just got to land 1 or 2 more shots at this grill. Trying to predict whereabouts he's going to go. Looks like he's escaped with his life for now. And the Allies have done a good job of evening this one up. Although just losing another tank, it is now 7 kills to 9. Looks like the Allies are about to lose their artillery, as there are a couple of tanks in there. Looks like that KV-1 is AFK, or actually worse, looks like he's probably some kind of bot, as he sat there perfectly motionless until Dino95 fired at him, and then he suddenly came to life. And somehow he is still stealthed while firing across the other side of the river. So now Dino just going to stand and trade shots with this KV-1, who finally falls to the sustained barrage of his cannon. Only lost a few hit points. Again, though, the momentum is with the enemy team. It being 8 kills to 11. They've got 3 tanks in and around the cap circle. And they've got 2 more in the north that are going to be making a move down here any moment now. They've taken out the artillery. Dino 95 has to swing up the road and try and come into the cap circle. As I was saying, this is the best use of his tank. Oh, he does find the grill. It's on the right hand side. Not sure if he realises he's been spotted yet. And there we go. He finally gets taken out, and that's kill number 4 for Dino 95. Finds a cruiser 2, continues to move, loses his track now, but is able to eliminate the cruiser 2 for kill number 5. Allies have a Hetzer on the other side of the river, squaring off against this Valentine on this A20. Dino 95 may not be in time to help the Hetzer out. But like I said, he's just going to come in here and use himself as a battering ram up against an A20. I don't think there's any cannon that the A20 can mount that is going to do any damage to the KV-220. Making the smart choice of shooting at the Valentine instead, as he had lower hit points, and it's always best to eliminate as many tanks from the battlefield as quickly as possible. A20 makes a run for it. Not sure if Dino 95 is going to have the speed and the agility to go after him. Looks like he just lets the A20 run away. He's got a Matilda on his left that he now has to pay some attention to. But he's able to do some good damage to him. Taking some shots on the left-hand side from the Lux. Lux does get a decent cannon with some decent penetration, but not sure if that's going to be enough for the KV-220. Matilda trying to flank around the side of the KV-220. The mistake that is, though, is that gives the KV-220 your side armor. One more shot from Dino 95's all he requires. That's 7 kills. He's all alone in the cap circle now, taking fire from the Lux from that left hand side. Now he's just got to play it carefully. He's in the cap circle. He's squaring off against 3 enemy tanks. Has to be careful of this artillery, as he could pretty much just wreck his day, even in the mighty KV-220. Lorraine, oh, there we go. Lorraine 39 lands a shot, but it's not quite accurate enough. Dino 95 unfazed, because as we all know, real men don't look at explosions. Has 1 shot of the Lux there, and again a 0 damage critical hit. The luck is not with him. M3 Lee, for some reason, complaining about the KV-220 being a hacker, even though the 2 of them have never faced each other in this battle. And now the enemy team has a difficult task ahead of them. The A20 is never ever going to penetrate the armor of the KV-220 any day of the week, possibly not even through that turret. The Lux may have the damage to do it, may have the penetration value to do it through that turret, through the weak spot. But he is making a very, very roundabout route to get here. And the artillery just had another shot and missed that one. Dino setting himself up to get his front armor pointed towards the Lux. He has now been spotted. Has to be careful, because like I said, that Lorraine 39 could still rain death down from the sky. Lands 1 good shot on the Lux there. Every single shot from the Lux bounces, and the base capture continues uninterrupted. Just 50 seconds left on the clock now. Got A20 to his right. The Lux in front of him. And the artillery somewhere. There we go. Artillery had another shot. That just lands harmlessly on the roofs of those houses. Lux has moved in now to keep Dino spotted for the artillery, but with just... Well, nope. I was going to say, I thought the Lux had moved into the cap circle there, but he hadn't. The base capture is still continuing. There we go. The Lux moves into the cap circle, and Dino backs himself out, and he decides to beat a hasty retreat. Really, these 2 light tanks are pretty much just relying on the firepower of the Lorraine to be able to take him out. The Lux is now in the cap circle, although he's moved out again. Not really sure what game he's trying to play. Really should be in the cap circle and just preventing this base capture from happening any further, but he seems a little bit reluctant. Just having a look towards the A20 now, possibly trying to lure the Dino 95 out, but it looks like he's probably going to get this one thanks to base capture. Moving in on the looks, the A20 moves around the corner. Dino95 picks himself up a fantastic Radley Walters medal. And for some reason, the looks decides to take this opportunity to move out of the cap circle. And that is GG and the victory. No idea how that base capture continued, considering the looks is there in the base. But nevertheless, a fantastically well played game there by Dino95 in the KV-220, picking himself up 8 kills and a solo base capture at the end to top it all off. So awesome replay from you. Thank you very much for sending that one in. Don't forget, guys, if you've got yourself a great replay, send that in to replay@screenreality.com. The link for that is in the description. Just attach the replay file itself or the link to the What Replay website to the email, and I can check that one out for you. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, you found it useful, informative, you learned something, or you just enjoyed it, think about hitting that subscribe button, because there's a lot more World of Tanks content on this channel. I've been Maxwell, this has been a World of Tanks replay, and I will catch you guys next time.